All right, Chapter 4, Railroad Accounting Principle Board, Volume 2, 1987. Data Integrity Principle, Statement of Principle. Cost-related information should validate, accurate, verify that be validated information representing the for purpose of the represent to be accurate. Information must be free and significant error to conform the applicability standard. Verifiable historical cost information must be supported by the underlying source. Records judgmental information must include factors supporting the judgment. Explanation: the data integrity principle applies to the cost of the related information for all regulatory purposes intended to cover the material submitted by the railroad shippers in the Interstate Commerce Commission. Others parts of the regulatory proceeding thus offers parts of the significant base for the evaluate rely on the cost relative information used. Validity, accuracy, verifiability, and significant attributes of cost-related information. These other qualitative characteristics have been emphasized with the Financial Accounting Safety Standard Board Statement of Financial Accounting Concept Number 2. According to the Financial Accounting Standard Board, the validity referred to the representational faithfulness, variability, and two primary ingredients of reliability. Informational reliability considers the primary decision-specific quality. Statement of Financial Accounting Principles Number 2 defines the validity corresponding agreement between the measure of the description of the phenomenon is supportive of the represent. It defines verifiability, the accuracy of the ability of consensus among the measurement to ensure the information represents the portion of the represent with the chosen method of the measuring has been used without error or bias. The American Accounting Association, the statement of the basic accounting theory, defines the verifiability as the attributed information which allows the qualified individual working independently of the one another to develop essentially similar measures with the conclusion with the explanation of the same device, data, the records. Financial Accounting Safety Standard Board notes that usually usefulness accounting with the information is increased with the quality of their variability. Verifiability. Reliability accounting information stems from the two characters validity and verifiability. The illustrates the meaning of the Financial Accounting Safety Standard Board applied for the definition of reliability of the bottle of the medicine. Reliability implies the representative of the label corresponding to the contents of the bottle, not to the drug, will affect the occurring of the condition which is purchased. Further, reliability measured with degrees, not a question of the presence, absence, but rather one more than less. Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 11162B3. The railroad accounting principles consider the degree of accuracy cost information which is needed to meet regulatory purposes. The accuracy implies the correctness of the degree of the accuracy measured with the conformance with the true value of the standard will determine the conformity with the standard. Numerous standards such as interstate commerce rules, commerce commission regulations, and may apply. The two types of information: reported information, specific study information from the Interstate Commerce Commission determines the specific regulatory purpose, may require different degrees of the verification. Reported information subject to the most strict audit procedure for specifically study information. Reported information typically possesses data integrity because it may reconcile the other public availability during these annual reports to shareholders. The Interstate Commerce Commission recently determined the ex parte number 460, the certification railroad accounting number of the railroad R1 by the independent accountant. Certain railroad reported information explained with the independent public accountant that the information provided by the Interstate Commerce Commission review before the ex parte number 460 Interstate Commerce staff performed the audit function in the decision of the Interstate Commerce Commission will require the Class 1 reviewer to submit the report with the independent public accountant stating with the specified data. The R1 annual report has been examined using the agreed upon procedure for the finding of the compliance with the uniform system of accounting railroad companies. The report would be present in the material exemption which could cause it came them to the attention of the accounting during the examination of the revision provided with the alternative of the audits that currently being performed in the commission staff. Some of the commenters suggest with the independent audit with the financial information significant with the assurance of the accuracy of regulatory purposes. While the audit may not assure 100% accuracy, the Interstate Commerce should have agreed with the procedure provided the necessary level of assurance. But the Interstate Commerce must ensure the integrity of the data used for the regulatory purposes should be responsible for designing such procedures. Similarly, some comments requested by the Railroad Accounting Principal Board statement regarding the varying needs of data integrity regulatory reporting to the Railroad Accounting Principal Board, procedures necessary for the verified regulatory information requiring consideration material efficiency to describe particular practical principle material efficiency requires assessment of the effort to be extended to the relation significance of the data, therefore developing agreed upon with the procedure for the reported information in interstate commerce ensure the difference with the practicality data interchange principle. Specific studies and information typically consists for the cost of either actual historical estimated with the operating only a portion of the railroad or with the factors adjusting used for the general purpose costing system specify study information of the Interstate Commerce Commission proceeding with the may include data but not publicly reported or audited. The adversely in each of the proceeding presented their own cost evidence attempting to demonstrate the superiority of the evidence of the discovered rebuttal. Alright, your alternatives. Considering the implementation of the data integrity principle, the railroad accounting principle is considered the following in the alternatives. Application agreed upon procedure reported by the information independent accountant for the Interstate Commerce Commission. Independent accountants should comply with the Statement of Auditing Standards, or SAS. Number 35, the American Institute Certified Public Accountants, AICPA, Statement of Standards for the attestation engagements and or other successors. For specifically information analysis of the data should be parties involved with the proceeding. Examination reported with the information with the Interstate Commerce Commission. Specifically study information analysis data should be parties involved with the proceeding. Explanation regarding the information independent account with required submission for the positive assurance for the report with conformity with the regionally accepted auditing standards and or American Institute Certified Public Accountants attestation standards for the specific study and information analysis and data should be parties involved with the proceeding. Examination reported information similar degree of the verification applied with the specific study information analysis of the alternative. Railroad Accounting Principal Board Railroad Accounting Principal Board determined either the first two alternatives accept the Railroad Accounting Principal Board. These alternative three primary reasons for the audit with the Interstate Commerce Commission independent of the accountants that help to assure the data accuracy, accept the standard for the quality necessary. The approach for the effectively used in either case. The Interstate Commerce Commission performed the audit function for reported with the information ex parte number 460. Railroad Accounting Principle, no theoretical rationality for the performing of one set of auditors over another perform the work. The Railroad Accounting Principle believes that a choice of administration of one of the Interstate Commerce Commission, therefore, will not be addressed for the issue. The audit verification other that helps to ensure the accuracy validation reported information independent counsel use whether they will examine the selected with the railroad annual reporting final form R1 submitted with the report with the Interstate Commerce Commission subsequent with the Interstate Commerce Commission audit group with the review the working paper of the report draft. Therefore, two different and knowledgeable independent bodies and the public accountant with the Interstate Commerce audit with the staff will participate in the verification process. Otherwise, the Interstate Commerce Commission audit staff will handle the entire verification process. Auditors should be subject to such a standard to qualify the performance reporting should be in compliance with the SAS or statement of automating standards. Statement of auditing standards notes number 35 specific reports applying with agreed upon procedures specified elements accounting with items financial statements and in successful pronouncements requirements of the Interstate Commerce Commission Interstate ex parte number 460. The standard auditing standards number 35 applies to audit responsible for specified elements accounts for the items of the financial statement requires the independent accountants comply with 4 of the 10 government accounting accountant standards. Adequate technical training, independent mental attitude, due professional care, adequate planning supervision. For other reported information not covered by this Statement of Auditing Standards in number 35, the Railroad Accounting recommends the independent accountants comply with the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants standard of attestation and engagement. The attestation standards were issued by the Auditing Standing Boards Accounting with the Review Service Committee under the authority of the American Institute Certified Public Accountant in March 1985. Subsequent, the Interstate Commerce Commission ex parte number 460. The attestation standards include the 4 government accounting safe auditing standards, standard of the mention of, in addition, 7 other 3 categories: general field work and reporting. Another reason for agreeing with alternatives in the past, the government regulations agencies found the service independent of the accountants effective with the contribution to data verification progress. For example, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, as predecessor of the Federal Power Commission, has been using independent accountants since 1970. The specific study information railroad accounting board's recommendation alternative provided the parties the opportunity to present the evidence demonstrate the credibility challenge the contradictory information informant and the regulatory proceeding of the presented of the parties in such each of the proceeding due to the highly individualized data requirements for each of the proceeding. The data parties are able to be in the best position to demonstrate the credibility of their evidence and challenge contradictory evidence and testimony required for the proceeding with the specifically study may be measured in guidelines quantitative results accepted of the previous proceedings. In any case, documentation must be sufficiently complete with the permanent evaluation of Railroad Accounting Principal Board. Received the comments for the American Institute Certified Public Accountants suggested general guidelines verifying studying information. Railroad Accounting Principal Board recommended the following American Institute Certified Public Accountants guidelines to be adopted. Required disclosure of all key assumptions, methodologies, allocations used, and the rationale of supporting them. Required explanation of the relevancy of the data assumptions used in the issue of the proceeding, identification of the data source used. Alternatives not chosen. Requirements of the independent accountant for the submit of the positive assurance for the report of the interstate commerce for the reported information endorsed because it come in the conflicts with particular practicality principles such reports with substantial increase the scope of the audit for the placing of the heavier financial burden on the railroad industry. Additional, the audit will include the costing of the certain schedules should also involve the railroad operating statistics that do not lend themselves to positive assurance reports. To apply some same verification process specific as information required for the reported within for the information would be violated with the practical principle would be expensive at the time consuming many of the cases relevant due to the diverse nature of the financial evidence required for the various proceeding. The diverse information does not easily conform to more formalized procedures required for the reported information. Applications effective data integrity principle involves all application. For example, the Revenue Act to see the general purpose costing system. The recommendation of the reported information applied with all the applications recommendations specifically study information would be relevant. All right, Chapter 5.